the Spirit Sessions podcast. I'm your guide, Katie Silcox, bringing you your weekly self-love soundbite. Join us, where I'll help you find your true spiritual home, where every single aspect of you is holy ground, holy ground, holy ground, holy ground.
This is a Spirit Session podcast with Katie Silcox. Venga chicos, empezamos.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hi everyone, Katie here. This podcast is intended to inspire you, educate you, and most importantly, support you on your journey towards knowing who you really are, that inner self, that inner teacher. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer professional health or medical advice on this podcast. If you are suffering from any kind of psychological or medical issue, please do the right thing and seek help from your qualified health professional.
Hello, Eva here, Katie's podcast manager. Before we get into the meditation that Katie has recorded for you today, I want to share a quick announcement with you. As you may know, our year-long Divine Feminine Ayurveda School begins just once a year in January. This year, we've had quite a few people contact us asking if they can enroll late, so enrollment is still open, but we will be closing the doors at the end of March. So if you're ready to dive into the teachings of Ayurveda with Katie and our incredible teachers, now is the time. All of our live classes are recorded, so if you enroll now, you'll have instant access to the first 2 modules of the course. This is a year-long program, so there is plenty of time to get caught up. We've included a link in the show notes to our website where you can find all the program details. The syllabus, schedule, you can see the bios of our teachers, and there you'll find the link to enroll. If you have any questions about the program, please send us an email to info@theshaktischool.com, or you can book a free call with me or one of our other awesome coaches. We've included our email address and the link to book a free call with one of our coaches also in the show notes. We hope to see you very soon in Ayurveda school. Now, here's Katie.
Hello, dear podcast listener. It's your Ayurveda Gal Friday. Katie Silcox here with you. Beautiful morning in March. And it's been a minute. We've taken a little pause, as you may have noticed from the podcast. You just have to do that every now and then. Regroup, reassess, and we just started our level 1 course. I've been teaching every week. It's been unbelievable. Just such a sweet, incredible group of women. And today I wanted to share what we're working with in my membership community called Spirit Sessions. If you're not familiar, it's $28 a month. You get to come into my vault. You get to have everything we've ever done right at your doorstep. And last Spirit Sessions, we worked on the Koshas. And so there's this philosophy in Ayurveda that you are so much more than just your physical body. You have a mental thinking body, an emotional body, an energy body, a causal body, and sort of a higher intuitive knowingness body that's related to your intuition. And the last one is the body of bliss. And one of the ways that we access this body of bliss, which, by the way, does not mean you feel good all the time or that you're happy, although that's nice. It's a happiness the teachings describe as 10,000 times more beautiful than normal human pleasure. And it is beyond pain and pleasure. It's beyond craving and aversion. It is a spiritual bliss that's unconditional. Wouldn't that be nice, right? And in that spiritual unconditional bliss, there's room to be sad and mad and hurt and in pain and sick and confused and lost and lonely and all the things, right? And so we can hold that duality in the oneness. And so what I wanted to do today is I wanted to maybe not. I wanted to challenge you. Think of this as a meditation, a bliss meditation challenge. And that is that the way that we access this Anandamaya Kosha, this body of bliss, is through opening to whatever is here, including our resistance to what's here. Or there's another way to say it that's similar, a little different approach. And that is we disidentify with everything that we typically get merged into. And so there's essentially two ways. You can open and become everything, or you can sort of negate everything as not me, right? And that makes sense. It's not a negation in a bad way of reality. It's just a negation of things as being structured around our identification. So when we feel our body, we are not our body. We're not only our body, right? When we feel our mind thinking or sense it, we're not only our thoughts. And on and on and on until you feel that level of bliss, maybe not, and you disidentify with even that. So I want to take a moment to just share a couple of practices that will help support you, because I'm going to invite you with me in this podcast into something a little different. I normally, in our free meditations that we offer you through this podcast, I give you a lot of cues, a lot of support all along the way, and that's really helpful. But today I want to do it a little different, and I kind of want to drop us all into the meditation deep end. And that is, I'm going to ask you to sit with me, even though you're not going to be doing it in real time. There will be the energy of us sitting together and holding a container and an intention of committing to sitting for 30 minutes today. And for some of you, I think a lot of you maybe, that's a really long ass time. Some of you are old hat, you've been meditating a long time, and maybe you meditate for much longer. But I think in general, this is probably going to be a challenge for a lot of us, including me. 30 minutes is a nice sit. When you're in there, you're going to notice that you get lost in the trance of thinking into the future or dwelling into the past, and rumination, meaning spinning story over and over and over again. It's going to happen. And you can just ring a little bell in your mind and you can just label it as thinking. And please do not be angry at yourself or castigate yourself, because that doesn't help anything. And you're going to come back to your practice. And in a way, the act of catching yourself leaving the present moment is the return in and of itself. So it's, as my teacher says, a cause for celebration. So we're going to do that. And while you're in there, it may be helpful to bring in this image of a chariot is the old way of describing it. You can think of it as a Ferrari, a wagon, a chariot, any four-wheeled vehicle you like. Bring that image to the meditation as a support. And the first wheel on the chariot of our practice of enlightenment, if you want to call it that, I rather call it enheartenment, and just becoming more awake to reality. The first wheel is focus. I'm going to hone my ability to be here and pay attention. To stay. That's the first one. The second one is openness, this quality of openness, ease, relaxation, not taking it all so rigidly and seriously. The next one is the back wheels are warmth and compassion towards yourself and whatever is arising. Kindness, warmth, a gaze towards yourself and your experience of warmth. A culture, an internal culture of kindness. And then the last one is faith in what is arising, right? And knowing that something's always going to be arising and we can witness what's arising. It's a little more subtle, but that's what happens, okay? And so that's our practice. And we're going to sit together for the next 30 minutes. Enjoy. All right, everyone, that was our 30-minute meditation challenge. I hope that it is of support to you. And by the way, if you want to share your experience in this meditation, find us on Instagram and send us a message. How did that go for you? A big special thanks to Kevin Carlisle of Goodbye Gemini, who wrote this beautiful podcast music, and to DJ Juan Pablo Jimenez in southern Spain for mixing it and making it magic.